for a minute. And as far as Biden's other failures, get ready for another potential one, a major one later this week. The second quarter GDP report is expected Thursday. And if it shows another quarter of economic shrinkage, we officially will be or have
in a recession.
Yeah, we'll have completed a quarter of recession, again, defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. Of course, we've already had one. And I think the reality is that we clearly are, and they'll find some way to tinker with numbers or otherwise deny it. That's my expectation for how this will go. But you don't have to just speculate that. They're already trying to redefine the term.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get out ahead of this. Listen to this first paragraph in a White House blog post from Thursday. Quote, "What is a recession? Well, some maintain that 2 consecutive quarters of falling real GDP constitute a recession."
That's what it's always been.
That is neither the official definition, which they don't provide, nor the way economists evaluate the state of the business cycle. Instead, both official determinations of recessions and economists' assessment of economic activity are based on a holistic look at the data. That's the definition. Holistic look at the data, including the labor market, consumer and business spending, industrial production, and incomes. Based on these data, it is unlikely that the decline in GDP in the first quarter of this year, even if followed by another GDP decline in the second quarter, indicates a recession. So when you see that the GDP, the sum of everything we produce, that this country is getting less productive, that our economy is weaker, just remember the fundamentals of our economy are strong. Don't listen to that silly ages-old definition.
Well, they're trying to cook the books by incorporating this labor market data, which is bullshit because the economy went to a complete halt for 2 years. So obviously we're going to be trending upward.
Yeah.
We're clearly in a recession.
It's amazing how it's the best recovery ever relative to one of the worst troughs in recent history. Anyway, and it's also, even if you think that coronavirus is hugely responsible for this, and I agree, I would say I agree that the panic at the start would be responsible for a lot of poor economic outcomes. How did we avoid a recession in the height of the panic, say, spring into summer 2020? Here we are 2 years removed staring at a recession. How could that be? The more we learned about the virus, the worse the economy got. That is not authentic fear about the virus. That is someone or many people with their thumbs on the economic scale manipulating things. So we shall see. Thursday is the expected date to get those data that don't matter at all and you shouldn't pay attention to.